Hello. Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'm just going to go on the live and then there I am. Welcome. I've got my coffee. Here it is. Second coffee of the day. I've got my cards. I've got my cat, my chicken cat. She's in today. She hasn't been in for ages, but she's just eating some biscuits right now. And she's going to join us. Maybe she'll get on the bed behind. Give us a bit of a show. How are you guys today? Who's on? Who's joining me today? I wonder. I'm a little bit early, so we'll wait. So I've picked a card out from one of Colette Baron Reid's decks. I'm going to go deeper into the daily read, which is all about manifestation. And when we get instant manifestations, when we have to wait for stuff, and how to have patience waiting for stuff, how to tell the difference, how to tell if we're blocked. All of that. So I'm going to go deeper into that, so that's exciting. I'm going to pick cards out for me for my day, and I'm going to pick cards out for everyone else that's on here too. So if you're watching this as a replay, come along. I do this pretty much every day unless I'm with clients on Skype sessions in the morning. And it's at 8 a.m. Bangkok time. So put that in Google and you'll see what it is in your time zone. Come along because you can get a free mini reading from me. Listen to me going on about psychic stuff and watch me drinking coffee. I had my hair cut yesterday and coloured. Do you like it? Blonde cut. Actually, I wanted to get it shorter than this. I told her when she was doing it, but she said she cut a lot off the back because it was shaped before. It was kind of U-shaped before and now it's straight. So she didn't cut much off the front, but she cut a lot off the back. Feels better. Does feel better. Come on, people. Come to my Psychic Cafe. Is anyone watching? Pop a message up saying, hey, tell me where you're watching from. I won't start until there's a few people on, because then I just have to repeat myself and then the replay is really weird and boring. Don't forget to click like on the video, it really helps my channel. And subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Hey Yvonne. Cat. Yvonne Cat. Yeah, you're getting your hair cut as well. I'm glad I inspired you to get it done properly. Cutting your own hair, whatever. What? I need to get my legs waxed today. More self-care. How are you today, Yvonne? You good? It looks like it's going to rain. I was out by the pool before and a big dark cloud came over. What you're probably going to say, it's like going to be dry today. You say it's going to rain when it's not, when it doesn't rain. You good? Hey Nikki, how are you? Good on you, Nikki, for staying up and watching this. It's like, what time is it for you, Nikki? Clocks have changed, haven't they? I know clocks have changed in America. But do you like my hair, Nikki? Probably doesn't look like it's changed that much, but it's lighter and it's blunter cut, straight. Okay, let's get going on this. Oh, I actually saw some blue sky today. Whoa! Did you put your bikini on? Put your bikini on and get out in the garden for the 2 minutes that you saw some blue sky. I used to be such a sun worshipper when I was in the UK, just because I never saw it. It used to really excite me when it did. Like I can actually remember the nice days. I was there for 30 years. I can remember the nice days because it made me feel so good. 1 a.m. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for loving my hair. Right, so I picked a card out for today. It wasn't speaking to me much. Maybe it'll speak to you a little bit because it's the Y card. The grass is too soggy and squishy for sunbathing. You gotta get yourself a sun lounger. It's the Y card, but it was upside down. So it's like this is when you can be fooling yourself about what you want and why. It's when you're trying to manifest something that isn't really in your heart, but you think you've got a good reason for manifesting it. But the why is not really in your heart, and so you don't manifest it. So this is interesting because the daily read's all about when we get instant manifestations and when we've got to wait. Yeah, move to some sunshine, Nikki. No one deserves that. So yeah, the daily read is about instant manifestations and sometimes having to have patience when something's on its way. But sometimes things aren't on the way. And we only know when things aren't on the way because our why isn't there. It's not really in our heart, you know? And so if our why is fear-based reasons, trying to get away from something, or like vindictive reasons. Sometimes we want to manifest something because we want the last say. We want to be right. Sometimes we want to manifest something because we decided to manifest it and we don't want to be proved wrong. Or sometimes, yeah, when we make choices, we want to stick with those choices. Let's see what Colette Baron says about it. Sometimes subconsciously denying the truth may drive you toward a specific outcome that actually aligns with an intention hidden from your awareness. For example, you may want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire is not really about sharing your talents, but about making yourself feel better, because fame would cause people to admire and approve of you. Or you may want to reunite with a partner who rejected you, because you believe that your love continues to be strong. But deep down, what you really desire is to have the last word with that person. Now is a time for deep soul searching of the why that drives your choices. What you uncover will set you free and bring you ever closer to the happiness you seek. So yeah, this is when manifestations don't happen, when they're not on the way, when they're not going to instantly manifest and you're not even waiting for them to manifest either. Because the why isn't something that's deep in your heart. It's not really something that you want. And the universe knows that. You can't trick the universe. And so wanting it for fear-based reasons, for revenge, for because you're fearful. Like sometimes we try and manifest things because we're fearful. We don't think we can get stuff any other way. My example of that is always winning the lotto. Sometimes people want to win the lotto, not for a positive reason, because they're fearful that they can't get the money that they want in another way, and they think that the only option is to get a windfall like that. And so that's not a real why. It's not a real why that's in your heart. The universe isn't going to supply it, so it's neither going to be an instant manifestation or it's on its way. So that's good information, I guess. But it's hard. Like it's hard when you've been fooling yourself like that. It's hard to open your eyes to that and actually be honest with yourself and see if something that you're wanting is for a reason that isn't deep in your heart. It's hard. So we've got to be brutally honest with ourselves. Indeed, my statement's exactly why. Yeah, move to some sunshine. Right, so let's go deeper into the daily energies. All about manifestation. Yeah, so in the daily read for today, Wednesday, the 6th of November, I was talking about when you have no resistance, you manifest things really fast, right? And so we've all had this experience. When you think of like an old friend and then they call you, like in that moment they call you, or you bump into them on the street, those are instant manifestations. You don't feel any resistance toward that old friend. You don't believe that it's not possible to see them. you haven't got much attachment to it because you're just thinking about them. You weren't even trying to make it happen. It is in your heart. It's that they are in your heart. There's a good reason. You've not got a weird why behind it, a fearful reason or whatever. And yeah, they just instantly manifest. So that's an example that everyone has experienced of instant manifestation. Now, the other things that you've got resistance to, so maybe you've got beliefs about whether you can have it or whether it's easy, or if there's something that you need to do within yourself, change within yourself. Like there's all kinds of resistance that we can have for our manifestations. And if you've got some resistance, then it takes time to manifest. You don't instantly manifest what you want, but you instantly manifest the path to it. And that's when we need to be patient. And that can sometimes be a challenge. That came up in the challenges for today, is being patient for the bigger stuff that we've got resistance to. Especially these days, I think we get so much stuff instantly, You've got a question in your mind, you can Google it straight away. I remember years ago when we didn't have that, when we'd have to look at like encyclopedias and stuff, or go to the library to find something out, or just like hope that someone would tell you the answer to something. Now we've got like information at our fingertips, and it causes us to feel a bit entitled to these instant manifestations sometimes. And then we learn about the law of attraction, and we're kind of told from that we're doing something wrong if we can't instantly manifest. But that's not true. It's not true at all. Because if you're just instantly manifesting, you're not asking big enough. You're not really living life. Yeah. You're not really living life. If all of your manifestations are instant, you're not ever reaching for anything outside your comfort zone, outside of what you've experienced before. And so it's a good thing to reach beyond that. It's a good thing to want to manifest things that are going to take time, because that's what we're really here for that growth on the way to it, for finding out more about yourself, who you're becoming to become that person that manifests it. What does it really mean to soften and open up? I think acceptance. What's up? I think acceptance, What's up, chicken? I think acceptance of where you are at the moment. Hi, Elaine. How are you? Where are you watching from, Elaine? Welcome to Psychic Cafe, Elaine. Soften and open. Yeah, it's about accepting. There's if you compare it with hardness when you're trying to control things. Canada. Oh wow. Toronto. I've never been to Canada. How is it in Canada at the moment? You're going through autumn, fall. It's probably really beautiful in Canada right now. Pretty cold. Yeah, that's not beautiful. Not for me anyway. For me, it's only cold when the air conditioning's turned really down low and it's raining and cold outside. That's the only time I ever get cold. So what does it mean, Nikki, to soften and open up? Yeah, I'd say it's about acceptance. It's about being more available for things to show up in their own way, Being available to possibilities rather than trying to have things your way. It's like being open to things showing up in their own time, in divine timing. Sure, ask a question, Elaine. So I'm just going deeper into the daily read. If you've seen the daily read for today, Elaine. Today being 6th of November, it is for me. I know it's not for some of you. I know some of you are still in yesterday. So I'm going to go deeper into the daily read, which was all about manifestation and waiting for things. And so we've got soften and open and forgive them. Nikki, you're asking about what is softening and opening. Yeah, being open-hearted. It's hard to be open-hearted when you're not forgiving people, when you're holding grudges. It's hard to manifest when you're doing that stuff as well. That's another thing too. It's like the more you sort things out within yourself, the more you're happier, the faster your manifestations too. It's like you need to use that heart. Hiya, Dad. You need to use your heart energy. It's not just about your mind, just like being a really hard person and just using your mind and like really focusing hard on something while you're batting everyone else away and being horrible to them. And those kind of people, they don't manifest. It might look from the outside like people like that manifest, because of course they do get some stuff, but they don't get happiness. And it does slow the manifestations down. So yeah, the inner work, forgiveness of people that have hurt you, letting things go is so important to being open to receive. Yeah? If you think about it, how can you receive off people if like you're really scared of people and you're not forgiving them and you're holding grudges against people? There's going to be defenses up. Yeah, it's going to be defenses up to receiving. So that's something else that can hold us back. Of course, we got the Y card upside down. That's something else that can hold us back in our manifestations. Is sometimes the reasons that we want something aren't in our heart. The fearful reasons or the vindictive reasons, or we want the last say and all of that. Elaine, why do I have a weird day? Singer microwave stops 102 time. Had a bit hard time to tap my debit card to purchase stuff, and Uncle reappears in my dream, causing troubles that woke me up today. Well, when stuff comes in your dreams, like troubling dreams, that's like a sign that your subconscious is trying to deal with stress that's happened in the day before. Microwave stopping and your debit card stuff. That's interesting. I'm going to pick some cards out for you, Elaine. I'm just going to go deeper into the dailies first. Answer your question there. I thought I was much more open to relationships, although I get plenty of attention from non-physical beings. Plenty of that going on. I'm horrible to them, but not people at work at all. Hey, Gemini Mika. Welcome back. Haven't seen you for a while. I need a message from the angels. My new manager is trying to get me in trouble, step me down, or get me fired. I'm stressed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Hi, Mika. Okay, I'm going to read for you all very, very soon. I'm just going to go deeper into the daily first. Right, so I was talking about unforgiveness, stopping manifestations or slowing manifestations down because you're not open to receive. And of course, the universe has got to work through people. It's got to work through people, and so you've got to be open to receiving from people. Nikki. And so you've got to sort the stuff out that keeps you trying to distance yourself or hiding from people, keeping the defenses up from people. And then also, this is like sorting your energy out so that you can get those manifestations faster. And writing I am love, this came up in another reading. Writing I am love, this is about writing about the good things in your life. It's like a gratitude practice, but it's not a real gratitude practice. It's slightly different. Writing about what you love about yourself, writing about what you love about your life. That's just going to shift you into that positive energy, into that heart-opening energy that's going to allow manifestations in. So if you think about it, we all know like one of those really negative people. You just complain, excuse me, you just complain about everything all the time and everything goes wrong for them, right? And you can see the law of attraction working there. The predominant emotional energy that they're giving out is what they're receiving back. Everything goes wrong for them. Because that's what their energy, that's the energy they're putting out there. And so if you turn that around, if you've got mostly positive energy and you're being positive, then you've got mostly positive feelings, you're going to attract more to make you feel positive. And so we've all seen people like that as well that seem to be really lucky, great things happen for them. And you can actually become one of those people by doing practices like this. Writing down what you love about your life, what do you love about yourself, it shifts you into that positivity. Because of course our subconscious mind is negatively biased. It's trying to protect us from perceived dangers, and so it's being negatively biased. And so if you let your subconscious mind run the day, it's going to make you feel, and you believe it, it's going to make you feel really scared, fearful, and bad about yourself, because it criticizes you too, that subconscious mind. And so if you let that run the day, and if you don't decide to think what you want to think, what makes you feel better, and then feel better, and then you start manifesting stuff that matches that. Positive Focus Journal. I did a blog about that many years ago. You can check that out on behealing.com if you need some help with that. If this is talking to you and you need some help with that, I think it's called a Positive Life Journal on my blog. And so if you go on behealing.com, you click on blog, there should be some topics. If you click on, I think there's one that says like Positive Life Journal or something like that, and click on that, you'll find it. It was many years ago that I wrote that, but I kind of remember it being good. Oh, more energies for today. We've got romance, face the situation. So if we're talking about manifestations, then sometimes our manifestations don't happen because we're not actually facing the truth in it. Sometimes we're trying to be too positive and we're not actually seeing the truth, right? We're not actually seeing what's going on there. You know, when you meet someone and you try and see the best in them, you try and have a positive mindset, and they keep on showing you all these red flags. They keep on showing you this bad behavior. They're showing you who they are, but you continually try and see the best in them. You're not facing the situation. You're not believing them. Like, that's not helpful. That's like delusional. That's not being positive. That's being kind of stupid. So that's like taking positivity too far when you go outside in a thunderstorm and you're telling yourself it's sunny, it's sunny, it's sunny. That's just delusional. Or you're dating somebody and they keep on showing you that they don't care, that they're not going to make an effort, that they're seeing someone else. But you keep on saying, oh, but they're the one for me. Like, don't do that. And so there's stuff, maybe for some of you, there's stuff to be faced in romantic relationships, truth to be faced. No one's turned up, so I can't be ready. Yeah, but there's people everywhere, Nikki, and it's like that buffet thing that I always talk about. There's people everywhere. There's 7.7 billion of them. There's plenty of them in the UK, Nikki. Plenty of them live in the UK. And so they're all around you. It's just whether you're choosing them or not. And it's good not to choose them while you're healing yourself, while you need time for yourself. There are positive phases to go through like that. But then we want to manifest things. We can't keep ourselves segregated. We're not an island. We've got to let support in. And that's tomorrow's topic. That's tomorrow's daily, about letting support in. So when we want to manifest things, we've got to open up to people, because manifestations come through people. There's one girl doing tarot and she's very negative. Yeah, there's all kinds of people doing all kinds of things. And she's probably getting the messages to people that they need, just reaching people where they're at, I think it's this worthy and deserving thing we discussed yesterday. Yeah. I mean, maybe the universe is holding people back from you because you're not opening up to who would be right for you, Nikki. What's up, chicken? Do you want to go out? You just want to sit there, whinging. Be positive. Okay. I'm going to pick my cards out and then I'm going to read for you guys. Right. Yeah. This is about allowing my intuition. I can't see. Allowing my intuition through. So these are my cards from me personally. And I use my intuition, I use my gifts for so many people all the time, and sometimes I forget and I miss myself out. This is telling me to allow and use my gifts for myself as well today. I'm trying to be the best version, but some people, yeah, just let them be themselves. Let them be the best, the worst, whatever they want to be. Okay, this is for me too. I'm heard, communication coming. I got the card yesterday as well, didn't I? Communication coming. And that was so cool. I got so much feedback from everyone yesterday about my work. I am heard. This is it's like what I'm working on at the moment, expanding my YouTube channel, getting some more subscribers and all of that. Communication coming today. Awesome. More good news for me. Yay! Yay! Yeah, so Elaine, don't think too much about what other people are doing. Hey Morris, yes, I'm going to give readings for people now. So I'm going to do Elaine first. Why is Elaine having a weird day? Especially about that dream. Oh, Elaine, your higher self is saying it's about moving you in a new direction. So your dream is about fears, subconscious fears that you've got. The weird stuff that is coming up is like trying to wake you up. It's like there's more to life, there's something deeper. Hey Christina, how are you? There's something deeper to life. The travel card, I'm not getting that it's travel for you. It's like a change. It's like changing your paradigm. It's like nothing less than changing your paradigm. So that's how you're living life. You know, you can live life from a mundane level where everything is logical. You think that, you do something and then you get an equal and opposite reaction to it. You know, that kind of physics, Newtonian kind of way of looking at it. They call it materialism, don't they? People that are very logical and they just believe in the logical world and that there's nothing outside of that. But then the universe, like when you're living like that and it's actually in your soul's path to open up to way more than that, then you start getting these spooky signs. The universe is like tapping you on the shoulder saying, there's way more to life than this, there's more going on. And you're a co-creator with the universe. And so it starts putting weird signs like 111 in front of you. It gets you to look at the clock, every time it turns 11:11. And all kinds of other signs too. And that's to get you to actually take physical action to start living your life in a completely different way. And that starts in your mind. That starts by being aware of it, right? So that's why you're getting these synchronicities. It's why you're getting weird stuff happening. It's trying to wake you up to it. And it has, because you're asking the question. So it's doing its job. But yeah, that travel and physical action, it's about changing your paradigm, changing the way that you're physically living life. It's not enough to spend, I don't know, half an hour at church or something, or half an hour meditating at home, like doing your spiritual practice. And then you go back to normal life and you just live it in exactly the same way as you lived it before. You've got to take it in, you've got to take that spiritual practice into your life and into the world. And also, Elaine, you're being heard. This is what the daily read was about. Everything that you think, everything that's in your heart, every emotion that you have, it's all heard by the universe. And so you're manifesting in every moment of every day. You're not always reaping rewards. It's not always instant manifestations in every moment and every day. So the more you're being choosy about the thoughts that you have, so using your conscious mind, the more you are feeling better about yourself, like I am appreciated, because the universe does appreciate you. The more you're appreciating yourself, feeling better in yourself, doing whatever it takes to feel better in yourself, then you're manifesting, you manifest better for yourself. And then you realize, it's like when you open your eyes to the magic and the universe is communicating with you, you'll realize that you are heard in every moment and start seeing that magic happen. So you're being opened up. It's like spiritual awakening for you, Elaine. Who else wanted one? Nikki? Oh no, Gemini Mika. Gemini Mika's next. I need a message from the angels. My new manager is trying to get me in trouble. Step down or get me fired. I'm stressed. I'm sorry you're stressed. You're welcome, Elaine. Don't forget to click like on this video. It really helps. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Okay, Gemini Mika. Why is all that stuff going on at work? Because you're healing and cleansing things. Negativity. You're healing and cleansing negativity. As I said, some people are just so lucky and it appears like it's like they're just blessed. The universe is blessing them, but it's not true. The universe isn't just randomly picking them out. Like you're the lotto winner. You get to be lucky. The universe is responding to their energy. And so, as I said, if you let your subconscious mind run rampant and be all of this fear and you're just reacting to life and reacting to what happens to you, looking at what other people are doing and emotionally reacting to that and judging and all of that, if you've got that negative bias, then it's going to manifest in negative things like that. And so this is all about healing yourself and letting go of those things within yourself. So you're in the healing phase, Gemini Mika, and you've done plenty of healing before, I know, but you're still doing it. You're still doing it. It's like taking it to the next level. It's like you heal the real gnarly stuff, the real traumatic stuff. And then the universe says like, oh, the next step is to actually take it up to the next level so you can start manifesting really cool things for yourself. So you're not being punished. The universe is playing with you. Listen to it. It's playing with you. Even when it's giving you like perceived negative stuff, it's like saying this holding up the mirror to you. And sometimes the ugly mirror, I call it the ugly mirror. Sometimes the ugly mirror is the most helpful. So I had this friend, and she was my ugly mirror, because she was like all the things that I didn't want to be doing in my life, like the addictions and stuff. All of my sabotages, she did them and she took it to the extreme. I called her my ugly mirror. I really like her, but wow, she's my ugly mirror. She was like showing me like to an extreme level everything that I was doing that was undermining me. And so I'm not saying that the job and your boss or whoever's causing that trouble for you is your ugly mirror, but it's that kind of thing. It's like sometimes you've got to, ugly mirrors are there to wake us up to it. It's like, whoa, what is it that I'm putting out there? So that you can heal it and release it. So it's like healing on the next level. More subtle healing, Gemini Mika. Yes, please, being my higher self wants me in a romantic relationship, which I thought was much more open to that. So what's in the way of it? Yeah, what's in the way of it, Nikki? You know how I say like there needs to be balance? There needs to be balance in other areas of your life first. And you've got to be okay about that. So sometimes it's just, I know your higher self keeps on going on about it, right? Nikki gets regular readings with me, private readings with me. And her higher self keeps on going on about romantic relationships, even though she's not been focused on that at all. And I think it actually came up in one of your readings, Nikki, that it was to open you up. It was to open you up, even getting you thinking about that starts opening you up to it. And of course, you're asking the questions now, so it is opening up to it. That it's expansion in other areas of your life. It's like who you would bring into your life right now isn't who would be right for you in a relationship, because there'd be a match to who you're being now, Nikki. You're more likely, your soulmate is more likely to be someone that owns their own business and stuff, and you're not being that yet. You're not being your full self, so there's expansion in other areas of your life happening first. Meanwhile, your higher self keeps on going on about romantic relationships because it's opening you up inside. It's opening your consciousness up to that. It's getting you prepared for it. Yeah, preparing phase for it. So you're getting prepared. Nikki, romance, be at peace with it. It's preparing you by causing you to be at peace with it. Yeah. Instead of kind of fighting or saying, oh, that's not for me. So many people do that. They close the door and they're like, that's not for me. I'm not ever doing that again. And the universe is like, your higher self is like creaking that door open, but like, come on, because when you're ready for it, it's going to be really good. And you're like the perfect example, Nikki. You can either go in and out of relationships, have a lot of lesson relationships, and learn what you need to learn in life to get to your like soulmate relationship that way, which is a hard path. Or you can do it by yourself. You can make these inner changes yourself without going in and out of relationships. That's kind of hard because some things have got to be learned within relationships, but a lot of it can be learned outside of relationships. And so you're doing that, you're doing it that way, you're getting prepared without being in these lesson relationships. You're doing the work yourself. And that is easier because you don't get the emotional attachments, you don't have all of this forgiveness stuff to do with these people that you get involved with and then letting go of it, you know? You kind of bypass, there's positives and negatives on both paths, but yeah. Yes, I had a really, really shite relationship. It definitely closed me down. Yeah, so you're healing from that, or you have healed from that, but creaking that door back open. So it's nothing major. You're just on that path to it. Who else wants a reading? Let's see. Christina, do you want a reading? Morris wants a reading. You still there, Morris? Just pop up a message in case I haven't seen. Yeah, Morris. What do you see for me? Current job. Okay. Morris. Ooh, you ready for this? Right. Fear of lack. Your current job. If you were to move to another job now, it would be something really similar because you've got like this fear of lack. So you're not expecting the best for yourself. You're expecting limitation and lack. Your higher self wants you to move to something that would be really good for you. But at the moment, you're not of that energy to let it in because you're expecting lack. You're fearful of lack. You're expecting lack. You're expecting not the best. You're expecting like similar problems or something like that. So there's that going on. You've got the right card there. This is like, write your new story, write what you would really like to do. If everything, if you were like the luckiest person in the world, what would you be doing? Write that story down in a lot of detail and then focus on that. That's going to shift your energy from the fear of lack, from expecting the worst, expecting crappy conditions, crappy pay and problem employees and, you know, all of that. It'll shift your focus from that to something, to a really good story. That's going to really help you. What else about your work? Mars, have you checked out like the week ahead readings and stuff for your star sign on my YouTube channel? That will give you some ideas because there's a part in that about work. Yeah, and here you go. Up until now in your work, you're very supportive. It's like you're not letting the support in. It's like, are you a team player or are you the most competent person in the room? If you're the most competent person in the room and you're there supporting everyone else, you're not being supported in yourself by other people, you're not being lifted up, you're not co-creating with other people. If you're the most, what did I say? If you're you know what I said anyway, you're in the wrong room anyway. And so that can be this fear of lack, can be that you think that everyone else is incompetent kind of thing. You've got that belief in yourself, in the world. And so it's keeping you being in these situations around people where you've got to keep on doing it all. And you don't. You could be working with like amazing, competent people in a room full of people that are at your level and co-creating amazing things. Not you just being supportive and bringing what you bring to the table, but being around all those people that uplift you, encourage you, and add more so that you can be way more. But people don't move toward that when they're believing in this lack, when they're believing in all the crap that's going on. They keep themselves in these bad situations. But look, open your eyes, look around you. There's people doing amazing things that you could work with. But you've got to feel really good about yourself. You've got to feel really positive about yourself and positive about the world, and write this new story for yourself before you can move into those situations. Because remember, these people that are supportive, that are doing great things, they don't want someone who's like not confident in themselves coming into their circle. They don't want someone like that to work with, who's really pessimistic, who's like, what they don't want to work with someone that's going to come in and complain about the last job and complain about all the people there. Yeah, they want someone who's going to be really positive. So you've got to become that person that these people want to be with, and you've got to realize that they're there and realize that you can have that. So yeah, big change is available to you if you'll do that inner work and step up to it, because you'll see like completely different opportunities, completely different people that can be supportive once you do that. So detach more from your reactions to your current job. All right. Who's next? Adat, are you still there? Mm-hmm. You're welcome, Morris. Thanks for coming along. But yeah, I'm really hearing, check out your star sign week ahead reading on my YouTube channel, maybe the month ahead reading, because it goes into like general love, work, and money. And the work and money for your star sign, your sun sign could really speak to you. Nikki, I have a general question for discussion about the supraspinatus muscle, also known as the God muscle. Oh, does it have domination and control aspects? I haven't heard of that, Nikki. I haven't heard of that. What is it? What is it? Tell me about it. I've heard about what is it? In the brain. There's a part of the brain that opens you up to intuition and that is negatively affected by things like neurotoxins in our water and stuff like that. Not the thymus, the pituitary. There you go. Okay, through. Thymus. Ants everywhere at the moment. Muscle that sits across the top of the shoulder blades. Oh, really? The God muscle. Oh, I have no idea. I haven't heard of that. Collarbone, like that bit that you can tap, and it when you tap here on those bones there, it calms you down, calms your nervous system down, but also it stimulates your immune system. And so if you've got a cold or you've got something going on with your immune system, you want your immune system to wake up and fight something, you can tap there too. That's all I know about that area. And you'll see people doing it like naturally, tapping themselves there. Maybe when they're going through something or when they're emotional, they do that, calm themselves down. Up and across, actually on top of your shoulders, so it's up here. Oh, my traps are sore. But not as sore as my thighs. Oh my God. From a couple of days ago, my workout. I can hardly walk downstairs at the moment. I'm focusing on my glutes at the moment, strengthening them up, but you can't really work your glutes without working your thighs as well. And it's like, oh, it is my weak spot because I do a workout with that and can't move for a couple of days. And yes, my traps have hurt. Yeah, I haven't heard of that, Nikki. Is anyone else wanting a message? Also, I see like when people ask questions or ask for a reading, then retract their messages. That sucks. It sucks for me because comments on videos, YouTube is looking at that, and the more comments that I get, the better for me. And if you retract them, it sucks for me because I'm doing the work and I'm not getting the benefits from it. So please don't do that because like really people aren't looking at it. Yes, please, Dion. Hi, Dion. You're not sure what you need to know. It doesn't matter, does it? Your higher self does. Well, Oh, okay. This is coming up in a lot of the readings at the moment. A lot of the dailies and the weeklies and stuff. Dion, create intimacy. This is like deeper relationships. Intimacy, someone that you can really be yourself with, someone that you can tell everything to. Sometimes we go for superficial, and yeah, hasn't that been like what society's been focused on? You know, with all like the Instagram stuff and Photoshop and everything, and these filters, and it's also superficial. It's like everyone's got so superficial, and true intimacy is really completely different than that. And like this, that superficial stuff isn't fulfilling at all. And so this is saying like focus now on creating, and this isn't just about romantic relationships. It's about friendships and everything, deeper relationships, true intimacy, creating that in your life. Even with like, even in your work, you can too. It's like this, doing this every day with you guys. It's creating deeper intimacy, isn't it? You're getting to know me, I'm getting to know you on a much deeper level. And so it's in any kind of relationship you can create that deeper intimacy. And so it's just about being willing to go deeper, being willing to be yourself, being willing to reveal things about yourself and be yourself around more people. And so, of course, to do that, you need to make sure that you've got strong boundaries. You're not letting just anyone in. Like, don't just go up to anyone and try and be intimate with them. Choose wisely. Yeah, you get the option to retract. I'm just asking people not to do that because it's like I'm doing the work, and then if you're not liking or commenting or leaving your comments up there, then my YouTube rating drops, you know? And so I'm doing this for nothing. I'm not benefiting from it when people do stuff like that. Dion, also, doubt cancels abundance. That's what that's saying. And grace is the flower card. And so, yeah, question how you're doubting things, doubting what's available to you, doubting the manifestations, because today's all about manifestations. So you're doubting how fast things can manifest, you're doubting your ability to manifest, you're doubting that the universe is actually listening to you and will flow those things to you. You're doubting the flow, you're doubting that other people will play that part in the flow. Maybe other people aren't playing their part in the flow because you're around the wrong people, because you've not created like these really intimate, deep relationships and not sharing yourself fully. So the people you've got around you are kind of superficial, shallow, not those deep relationships of people that are going to love and support you, you know. And that's the difference, you know. It's like me just saying about the retraction of comments. It's like someone new comes along to the channel, they take something, they take away their messages, and they're gone, kind of thing. It's like superficial people in and out of your life, not giving back, no reciprocity like that. But those people that I've known for a long time, those people that you get really intimate with, who know you really well, they're going to love and support you. They're not going to do those things, right? And so that's about like developing these relationships. That's what I'm doing here, is developing relationships with you all. That sounds right. Love this tribe. I kind of tribe, feel connected. That's awesome. Yeah. So there you go, Dion. Deeper connections. Right now, doubting all of it. Oh, I'm on the edge of such an exciting thing. I can hardly believe it might actually happen. That's awesome. Yeah, and of course, that's when doubt kicks in the most, isn't it? It's like, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? But you know, it will happen. This is like the daily read of some things we just got to wait for to happen at the right time. Sometimes we're waiting for ourselves to be ready. And yeah, doubt can kick in. But if it's right for you, if it's on your destined path, then it's going to happen anyway. It's like, there's some things you just can't mess up, really. There's some manifestations you just can't mess up. They're going to come in anyway. What is it, Dion? That's exciting. Does anyone else want a reading? A dad? That's such awesome advice. True intimacy is so precious. It requires vulnerability. That's scary. Yeah. How amazing when you have relationships that let everyone be their true self. That's it. And you've got to have strong boundaries. Right? Otherwise, you wouldn't want to be intimate with anyone, right? Because you're picking the wrong people and then opening up to them, you get real hard lessons. Like telling someone your secrets and then they go and tell everybody on the island. And it's like, damn, that can make you shut down. That kind of stuff can make you shut down instead of learning strong boundaries, learning not to let people like that in, learning to see when people are like that and believe them when people are like that, right? Adapt, yeah, we both learned this lesson, didn't we? Adapt, get out in nature, new approaches. You know this, you already are finding new approaches to life, but especially all that emotional stuff that you've just been through and that you are going through at the moment, you don't have to sort it all out in your mind. You can just get out into nature and let nature make you feel better. It's like sometimes healing is just about putting ourselves in the right places, especially when you've been processing things and processing emotions and feeling emotions that have been stuck for a long time. Sitting in your room and trying to process things isn't that healing, but getting out into nature is. So there's a new approach. Another new approach. Yeah, adapt. This is what it's leading to, freedom and joy. I think you're feeling that at the moment, so much freedom. So much freedom when you learn this stuff, like who to be open with, who's going to reciprocate, who to trust, who not to trust. Then you can really step into freedom and joy, and you're getting glimpses of that, I'm sure, at the moment. Yeah. Dion, I'm not in agreement. Forgetting you can't see me. Just imagine you all nodding. Maybe I should get some of those naughty toys. Those toys that, or one of those cats that's waving, one of those naughty toys, and stick it next to my computer and I can tap its head and get it to nod and agree with me. Anyone else there wanting a reading? Do you want one chicken? So I think I might start a hashtag chicken cat, and because she keeps on being in my photos lately. She likes being around me. So. Hashtag chicken cat, and she can help me market myself. Chicken cat. Of course, my private readings are always available. If anyone wants a private reading, if you want more in-depth kind of stuff, guidance. Wow, it's been 53 minutes already. That's gone fast. It goes so fast when I'm doing these. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. Thank you for coming along. And the new people that show up as well. That's good. Hope they come back. And everyone that's watching the replay, I know there's a lot of replay views yesterday. Hey, Joelle, how are you? Is Keating Estates the best company for me? Very specific. Jiggling your finances, Nikki. Yeah, you've had a lot of change there with your work. Joelle. Okay. Not getting a yes or a no to that, but I'm saying this is saying you've felt it, whether it's respectful of you or not. Use your intuition. This is what it's saying. It's like there's something to do with respect. Have you felt respect for them, or did you feel not? Your higher self wants you to tap into your intuition. It's like Elaine got. It's like changing your paradigm in the way that you live. It's like your higher self doesn't want you to come to me to make your decisions. It's what it wants you to teach you to use your intuition. You felt it's the right thing. Yeah. Well, there you go. Go for it. Choose that then. Always trust your heart. Like if something feels like love to you, feel that. Especially for you, Joya, about respect. It's like, be aware that sometimes you've been drawn to disrespectful situations. And so sometimes something will feel familiar to you that's not good for you. And so you've got to start feeling more keenly what's going on. And when things aren't good for us, it feels it feels normal, we feel attracted to it if we've had that pattern, right? But when we're really feeling it, when we really go into that energy, there can be fearful energy, right? Have you ever had that experience where you are attracted to a guy or a girl, and you can tell it's like a fearful reaction too. You're getting butterflies in your stomach and everything, but it's a bit of a fearful reaction. There's some fear there too. And they end up like not being good for you. And it's like, so we can easily mistake that attraction, the fear, for attraction, you know? So a lot of women are attracted to like dangerous men because of that, mistaking the feeling of fear. And that happens when we've been in fearful situations as a child. We mistake it, the feelings that we're having. And so this is like your higher self saying, really, really feel what you're feeling to understand whether there's a bit of fear in there, whether it just feels like normal and so it feels like your comfort zone, or whether it actually feels like good and respectful and love in your heart, yeah? So really feel it to discern those different feelings, to tap into your intuition better. You're welcome. Anyone else? Ivana, are you still there? Or have you gone to get your hair cut? I think you're getting your hair cut later. Center Parks pay every hour, every 4 weeks, not monthly. Weird. Oh, so it's a flipping headache sorting out monthly bills. Paying twice in one paycheck because of where it lands. Oh, yeah, that is weird. Haven't got an offer yet from them. So maybe when you're really feeling it and you've made that decision in yourself, that's when the offer will come through. If it is right for you. But in any case, it's about this path, you know, it's about you learning to tap into your intuition correctly. It could be that this is a lesson on the way. This is like you learning how to feel it properly, because then when something really good comes along, you won't be fearful of it, you'll be diving right in. Hey, Puzzle of Life. Yes, you can have a message. Puzzle of Life. You've been on before, haven't you? Seem to recognize your name. Okay. Puzzle of Life, you've got to decide and relax. You know, sometimes we reach too far. We try and manifest things that are way out of our reach, and that doesn't feel relaxed when you do that. You don't feel relaxed when you're reaching for that. So when you're writing down on your goal list, or you're putting on your manifestation board, your vision board, things that are just like way out of your reach, like nowhere near where you're at now, instead of the next logical step, you don't feel relaxed, right? And so this is, your higher self is saying, make decisions, ask for things that are the next step, or just one step away, or a couple of steps away, not things that make you feel overwhelmed and make you feel like on edge, like you're gonna have to do a lot to get there. Because if you're unrelaxed, if you've like got that, you're deciding on things that overwhelm you, that make you feel like nervous and tense and anxious, what you're going to attract with that energy, things that are going to make you feel nervous, anxious, overwhelmed. So ask for things, don't always go for things that are in your comfort zone. Go for things that are slightly out of your comfort zone, but only slightly out of your comfort zone. Just the next step. And then be patient for it to flow. So just because you're asking for something that's just outside your comfort zone, that is the next step, doesn't mean that it's going to be instant manifestation still. There's still patience involved. There's still changes to be made. But you're going to get much faster. You're going to get faster wins that are going to give you the confidence and move forward. Yeah. And things will flow. It'll seem like it's flowing faster if you set your goals lower. And you'll develop that patience for it. And not only patience, but you'll develop the trust that allows that patience to be easy instead of Like, am I just being patient and waiting for something that's not even coming? Yeah. Acceptance ladder. Okay. Relax. Relax. Make decisions that relax you, not that put you on edge. Okay, it's been an hour. So let's stop right there. If you'd like a private reading with me, you know where they're available. There's a link in the comments, in the description for this video. And what else? Yeah, subscribe to my channel, click like on this, check out my other videos. And with my new hair, my new haircut, my new hair color, I spent way too long yesterday after I had my haircut making full moon videos. So I'm going to publish those maybe today, maybe tomorrow, probably today, maybe this afternoon, this evening for me. Awesome. Thank you, Nikki. Best hour of the day. I enjoy it. It starts my day off really good. Well, I have a couple of hours before this. But yeah, it starts my day off focusing on customers, and yeah, I like it too very much. Thanks everyone for coming along. I'll see you next time. I am on tomorrow. I'm not on Friday. Friday I've got weight loss coaching customer at 7 o'clock in the morning, and that takes me 2 or 3 hours. So I won't be on Friday, but I am on tomorrow. So see you all tomorrow.